What's up, guys? Gamer here, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I want to be talking to you guys about one of the dumbest theories I've ever heard for two video games. Okay, so these two games, this theory applies to these two games. My apologies. Fallout 4 and The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. So for those of you that don't know this theory, you're in luck. So here's how this theory goes: both games, Fallout 4 and The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, take place in the exact same time and universe as the events in Fallout 4. I know, sounds really crazy, and I'm going to prove that it's actually not even possible. So first of all, before I get into my debunking, we're going to look at how this theory was caused. First of all, spoilers by the way. If you guys don't want to be spoiled, you have been warned. If you join the Brotherhood of Steel and go to a certain part in the Prydwen, you can find rows of the Nirnroot plant, which is found in Skyrim, growing on the ship, on these planters. Okay, and they are labeled in Fallout 4 as experimental plants. Now, what's the other causal problem, or the other cause to this theory? Sweet rolls are in Fallout 4. That is legitimately the second reason and why this theory kind of started. Sweet rolls are found in Fallout 4. Okay, they are edible in the game, and yes, they do look different than they do in Skyrim. So that's exactly it. Alright, so now I'm going to be basically explaining how this does not work at all and why it doesn't. Alright, so let's get into the first reason. Let's start with the sweet rolls. Okay, why are the sweet rolls important? Well, they're both in both games. Okay, they are. But Fallout 3 came out, I believe, 3 or 4 years before Skyrim came out, if that makes sense. Okay, if you guys remember the events in Fallout 3, such as the birthday party, and the oldest person in the birthday party gives you a birthday sweet roll, and it looks remotely like, at least in Fallout 3, remotely like the sweet rolls you find in Fallout, or not Fallout, but in The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Well, there is a big issue with that. People just, in my opinion, I'm not trying to be rude, but people just didn't seem to remember that that's actually where the sweet rolls came from. And again, I could be very wrong. Okay, I more than likely could be wrong, because I don't know if sweet rolls were a thing back in the older Elder Scrolls games. I could be very wrong. But I don't think this is taking place in the same universe. Okay, again, both started taking, or Fallout 3 started out with the sweet rolls. I apologize for my, misspells or whatever, guys. So, now this is also, and I'm also giving these people that came out with this theory a benefit, okay? Now, with the Nirnroot plant, why is it in Fallout 4? Why? It's not because people delivered it from Skyrim and brought it over to the Commonwealth. This is what I think. Okay, the Nirnroot plant started growing back. I don't think it was a pre-war plant. Okay, I don't think it was at all. I don't. It started growing back post-war. Alright, and now this is where my theory comes in. Ready for it, guys? Ready? Alright, so here it comes. Skyrim did take place on the same planet. Alright? It did. For legit business. It took place on the same planet as Fallout 4 and the other Fallout games. Planet Earth. Okay. But it took place years and years and years before the events in the games occurred. Okay, it's like the medieval sort of thing. This took place like way before Fallout 4's events, and Fallout 3's events, and so on and so forth. Okay. seriousness. The sweet rolls have been brought and are still accurate in the 21st century after the events of Skyrim. Okay, sweet rolls are actually cinnamon rolls. If you guys didn't know, I think it's like a copyright safety thing. I don't know. But so, anyways, sweet rolls are Bethesda's treat in the game, or in their games. So, sweet rolls have been around for a long time, and it is still, people, even in the 21st century, decided to keep that a thing and keep it going for how long those have lasted throughout history. So they decided to keep that name and the sweet itself. Pun intended indeed. Now let's study the Nirnroot plant the most. I know I said that it probably is more than likely a post-war plant. And the Brotherhood of Steel don't know, have not seen that plant at all in their lifetime. So this is what I'm thinking. The Brotherhood of Steel stumbled upon the plant, and it actually has something to do with medicines. That it actually had something to do in Skyrim, which of course helped make healing potions. So the experimental plant, aka the Nirnroot plant, okay guys, is starting to grow back after the bombs fell. Maybe like they started in Skyrim, they were resting on, or where they were growing, were resting on some nuclear or something to do with nuclear waste in the game. I know that doesn't make sense. I mean like nuclear material, not exactly nuclear waste. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, something caused in Skyrim for those plants to grow. And whatever it caused those plants to grow, caused them to grow in this game. So, now the fun part and the sensical part is that Skyrim actually has taken place, but not in the same exact time or same exact year as Fallout. Okay, because that's, in my opinion, I'm sorry guys, that's just really stupid in my opinion. And it also kind of ruins the game, because I wanted to play Skyrim as a medieval sort of person, not someone in a post-war or another planet. I'm sorry, and I understand there are mythical creatures and stuff in Skyrim, but we never knew what went on back then. Jeez Louise. So that's my take on this theory. I just think that it's impossible, and it's not even kind of logical if you think about it, because if Skyrim was taking place in the same exact universe, wouldn't Fallout also have a medieval sort of style to it, and not this laser gun stuff? I mean, it's something to think about. And another thing I should have mentioned is that the other causal problem with this theory is Oswald, the villain in Nuka World, as you're trying to take over Kitty Kingdom, the guy that kind of reminds me, or a ghoulish version of the Joker, in my opinion. He has real magic. Well, I want to explain something. If a real magician actually used the same stuff Oswald did, except for resurrect ghouls, that's kind of that's kind of interesting that he can do that, but it's not logical. But anyways, if a real magician disappeared like Oswald did, are you going to assume that he got the spell books from Skyrim, like someone from that specific place gave him a spell book or something? I'm just saying. Alright, so what's the false with this? Is that I read this in a comment, and I give total credit to the person that commented, but I apologize, I forgot the username for this said person. This goes that Oswald actually had planned escapes, which most magicians have, when they do disappearance acts where they, like, for an example, throw a smoke bomb and it pops and you can't see them, and then when the smoke clears they're gone, and like right behind you where they weren't. It's planned escapes. Okay, it is. That's all that was. It's not real magic. It's nothing of that sort. So I hope you guys understand a little bit of that. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on this as well. if this, if you guys believe that this is taking place in the same universe or not. If you guys believe what I am right now. I mean, yeah, so I'm going to go over what I said again. Skyrim took place years and years and years and years before the events in Fallout 4. Skyrim is linked to all the Fallout games, but it took place long before the events in any of the Fallout games even occurred, because Fallout is taking place in the 21st century, and Skyrim is taking place in the something hundreds. Okay, just think about that. And all the food in the Nirnroot plant is starting to grow back, and it is experimental because the Brotherhood of Steel probably realized that it actually has some healing benefits to it. It like cures wounds and cleans them or whatever. You guys decide. If you guys believe this, my part of the theory, go right for it. Leave it in the comments. And if you guys don't, still leave it in the comments. I want to hear your guys' opinion on this. So yes, and another thing before I sign off and do my outro is that it is very interesting that Oswald can actually resurrect ghouls, but it doesn't mean that he got it from Skyrim. Okay, it's just interesting to think about. Alright, so guys, that's it for this video. If you guys liked it, of course, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel for more videos like this. And also, don't forget to smash that like button. That helps out a lot. Share it amongst your friends so we get new recruits for the Brotherhood of Steel. And I will see you guys in the next video.